In May of 2025, M5Stack launched their Tab5, and it was a huge deal. ESP32 P4 with a C6, and they teased it like this with a keyboard. Cyberdeck looking, and it was kind of a big deal. Everybody anticipated the next generation of cardputer. We know now that we have the cardputer Zero. Now that's congratulations on raising $2 million, because that thing is actually pretty cool, and I've done my testing. It's now being passed around the BWM. That's a story for another day. But everybody was kind of disappointed because this keyboard made it look so cool. Even I wanted one, and if you're new here, hey, how's it going? I'm your pal Cal. Today we're going to be going over the new M5Stack keyboard for the Tab5, and I have some thoughts. Now, usually I start off my videos with a big disclaimer, but sorry, there's no disclaimer on this video because there's literally nothing that is compatible with this keyboard from the time of this video. That's gonna change very, very soon. They're actually pretty inexpensive, and if you have a Tab5 and you want to pair yourself and get yourself prepared, well, then you're kind of in luck. They're pretty inexpensive. I want to say $15 to turn a P4 C6 combo into a Cyberdeck. I love the Tab5 because the Tab5 gives you an edge from basic ESP32 S3 projects like we're used to on the cardputer ADV and the regular cardputer and the stick S3 and so on and so on. I have wanted an ESP Cyberdeck sort of like the Tanmatsu for a while because the P4 has a lot of potential. The ESP32 P4 is a powerhouse, RISC-V powerhouse, but no wireless capabilities, which is why we have a C6. I've actually also paired my Tab5 with the Monster C5. That way I have dual band capabilities. And it's nice because the Tab5 didn't have software support for quite some time. Now we have an NES emulator as well as chess, and the launcher just got fully updated, so now you can actually use your C6 with your P4, and didn't work in the beginning. Getting both of those microcontrollers and a coprocessor both working together is sort of annoying, but we're getting the documentation and support for it as time progresses, and I'm a huge fan of that. Pirata's done a great job, and I can almost guarantee you that there's going to be something cooking up soon with the Lab5 firmware on the Laboratorium. Now, my first thoughts on the Tab5 keyboard is it's small, it's really thin, and it is a nice accessory for the Tab5, but it is not stable in the sense of, well, you can't really wiggle it. So you gotta be very careful. If you were to grab your Tab5 and just heave it a little bit, it will 100% snap off. And aside from that, the build quality is really good. Having it connect with these two connectors isn't an absolute. So if you do get one, keep that in mind. I myself, and I know others, are gonna ask, what's the clickiness like? And just to give you an idea, it's really good. With all M5Stack devices, their cases and their designs are flawless. We've got a full keyboard as well as a D-pad. We've got delete, 2 status lights indicators right here on the bottom. It communicates through I2C. The back is actually quite simple. And on the inside, what's powering this guy is an STM32. To plug it in, all we gotta do is find the little Grove connector here on the bottom, and it clips to these 2 sides. So we're just gonna push it in like so, and you'll hear a click. Or not. Oh, well, it's definitely locked into place. And it gives it like it's really thin, man. The battery pack, the NP-F550, is genuinely thick, and it kind of, it's almost with the what is it called? The Monster C5. And I do like its design, man. To power on our Tab5, we click this side button 1 time. To power it off, we hit it twice. M5Stack has changed their on and off buttons to this setting, and a few people have been confused with the newer devices, so if you didn't know that, you just click it once, and you want to turn it off, just click it twice. We got our blue status light right here telling us that the device is in fact on, and I'm running Laboratorium, but it doesn't support it yet, but they are working on it, as well as rotating the display, and with the antenna facing on the back, down, sitting flush with the keyboard, I think it has a really nice aesthetic. So yeah, just a quick sneak peek of what's to come, because there is a lot of cool stuff coming out of M5Stack. They just launched a bunch of new products aside from the cardputer Zero Kickstarter, and Lab5 is working on a lot of add-ons for the Tab5 and the Cardpeter Zero and the ADV. There's so much cool stuff. And speaking of cool stuff, I want to show you guys one part of maybe like 5 parts of a sneak peek of some stuff that's available on our website, valleytechsolutions.tech. I had an idea to make BWM breadboards to help support the BWM and a couple of different developers and projects that we're working on. So these are 3 BWM breadboards. These 2 square ones are 2x2, and this is a 1¼ millimeter pitch, and this is a 2.54, your standard, pitch that you'll find on most breadboards. And this is my personal favorite, the BWM round ring. They're literally breadboards that I needed for specific projects, and this was actually the same breadboard that's used in a Hailhound, and we thought that we would just make our own. Also, this round ring is my personal favorite. I'll be doing a full video on these 3, but they're available on valleytechsolutions.tech. That's just a little bit of the many things that we finally got made, including the card converter, which allows you to use Flipper Zero boards on your Cardpeter ADV and Cardpeter Zero, which is this is a Rabbit Labs flux capacitor, amplified CC1101. And man, that's not even everything. I don't want to show you guys everything, but there's like 8 projects that are ready, and you guys will get an update really, really soon. And the short videos that we put out, we put short videos every single day. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe, because we go over different types of stuff all the time, my guy. I love your faces. Thank you so much for the love and support. You guys are amazing. Also, there's so many awesome members of the community, part of the BWM, not part of the BWM, just cool people listed down below in the description. Check them out, man, because they go over even cooler stuff than me, man. Love your face. We'll see you next time.